Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to take a little bit of time to go over the instructions for the assignments that we're working on this week. So this week we are working on rough drafts and peer review primarily. There is the Unit 3 discussion post 4, which will talk a little bit about your writing process and problems you may be having, and hopefully get some feedback and information from your peers before you get too far into your rough draft. And the rest of the week we'll be working on the E3 rough drafts and the peer review and feedback. So we will be using Google Drive and Google Docs for peer review. And I want to say that it's imperative that you follow the instructions carefully. Everything is in the instructional videos and documents. You just have to be sure to read through everything and watch the videos before trying to do it. I know that not all of us are familiar with Google Docs and Google Drive and sharing and collaborating with each other, but I promise it's not too difficult. And if you follow the instructions and watch the videos, you should be good to go. So you do have until Wednesday to work on your rough draft. I hope that you've been working on it since you worked on your outline. Everyone does have some feedback on their detailed outline from me, so you can check that out before you continue working on your draft. And then, of course, the peer reviews are designed to get a little bit different perspective and a little bit more feedback before you jump into final editing and polishing and things like that. I do want to remind you all that you can utilize the Writing Center. You can actually get extra credit for our class. If you use the Writing Center, you could either visit the physical location in the library on the 3rd floor, or you can use the UCM Online Writing Lab. And there's a presentation here from the Writing Lab, and here are the instructions if you would like to try to receive extra credit. It does take a few days to get information back from the Writing Center if you send it in electronically, so be aware that you can't just send your essay to them on Sunday night and expect it to be waiting in your inbox on Monday. And they talk a little bit about that in their PowerPoint. So getting into where to find information about the rough draft and peer reviews, of course, you know where to find the discussion post. The discussion post isn't lengthy this week. It shouldn't take you too much time. It's just meant to help get a little bit more information out there about the essay. So here we are in Unit 3. We're going to scroll down here, and you'll see these are the two things that we'll be working with this week. So to post your essay, and here is the type of thing you should be posting. Rough drafts should be at least 5 pages, have a working MLA works cited page, and utilize MLA formatted in-text citations. So remember to be working on that and use your textbook to help yourself out. So if I click on this link, it will take me to our Google Drive, and you'll notice here that I said you have to be signed into your UCM Google account to access the folder. If you're not signed in, it won't let you access the drive, and I'm not going to give access to the drive to anyone because everyone has a UCM Google account, so please use that to sign in. Okay, so here we go. Whoops, something went wrong there. So here we are, and we are in our Google Drive. You'll notice right here that we are in the E3 folder area. If I wanted to see all of the folders for our class, I would just click back here, but now I want to be in E3, and I want to upload my document. So if I right click and click new folder, or I can go over here and click not new folder, I apologize, upload files, and I can choose the file that I want. It will upload, and you'll see right here, right away, that it's here. So in this folder on Blackboard, E3 Peer Review Guidelines, are the instructions for how to post your essay and what to do for peer review. So I'm going to open the peer review instructions because this is the first step. So you're required to review at least 2 peers' essays. However, you can complete up to 2 additional essays for up to 10 points each. You should try to comment on essays that haven't been reviewed yet. If you submit your draft late, you may not receive any feedback, so please be aware of the due dates. And here are the instructions for how to upload. So this is the important part, because so many of us will be using the Google Drive and there will be a lot of essays and files in here, excuse me. It's imperative that we follow clear naming instructions. So I'm going to name my rough draft with E for the number, and then the number of the essay, and then your last name, RD. So for example, for this, it would be, for me, E3 Neeson RD. So how do I change that? If I right click on this, it gives me the option to rename. And I'm just going to change it to E3 Neeson, oops, misspelled my own last name, RD, and then okay. And right here, we'll see that it's corrected. So that's one of the great things about Google Drive, is that you can see all of the changes automatically. If your essay doesn't upload for some reason, you won't be able to see it here. The second document that we're going to look at is the instructions for what to do for your peer reviews. Oh, where did that go? Sorry. So I opened that document. This is the document that you will be copying and pasting into each essay that you review, and you can just copy this whole thing and then paste it into the document. And once you do that, you need to rename the document by adding reviewed by your name at the end. So for example, it would be E3 Neeson RD reviewed by Melody. This will help me easily see, me and your peers easily see who has done what and where their essays are. So let's say I wanted to review this essay. If I double click it, it will open this, if it's not already a Google Doc, and then I'm going to choose to open it as a Google Doc. You'll notice this is just some notes that I took in a meeting. And so I would make any changes here. So I want to go to the very end, and I'm going to add new information about the review that I copied and pasted. And then you can't see that fully right there. But if I make any changes, it saves it and then says all changes saved in Drive. So you want to be sure that it saves. So then once it says saved, you can actually go ahead and close it, go back to our Drive, and you'll see there's now a copy of the E3 Neeson RD. So I need to go ahead and rename it to add my name so that everyone knows who it was reviewed by. And basically that's what we're doing for peer review. So the instructions for how to do the peer review and what exactly you need to do are right here in this document, which is, get back to the place where it is in Blackboard. Everything is found in this E3 peer review guides. Here's a video for sharing your drafts that goes into more depth. If you're confused, I would encourage you to watch this. This is the peer review instructions. So that's this document, tells you what to do, how to name your essays. And then here is the peer review guidelines that you'll fill out for each person you peer review, and then copy and paste it to the end of the document. So you'll notice that this will take a little bit of time. Please take the task seriously. Give your peers valuable feedback and input to help them be successful. And that's what we're working on this week. So you'll want to leave yourself some time. The peer reviews, 2 at least, are due by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Your rough draft is due Wednesday, and your Unit 3 initial discussion post 4 is due by Wednesday too. And of course, don't forget to keep working on core grammar. The sooner you get that post test done, the sooner you will be able to start retaking it to get the score that you want. So that's what we're doing. If you have any questions, please let me know, but please review the materials available on Blackboard and in YouTube before you contact me, because that's where I will direct you first. Happy writing!